Hello, little engineers. Welcome to Fun with Robotics. This is Urmi speaking from Gobeshona Learning Academy. Today, we are going to learn and build an exciting and useful project named Fire Alarm Detector. This project will help us understand how sensors, controllers, and loads work together to keep us safe from the fire hazards. By the end of this session, you will understand what sensors, loads, and controllers are, learn how to make a circuit connection with a fire sensor, practice building hands-on fire alarm project, know real-life applications of fire alarm system like in homes, vehicles, and industries. So we will mix theory and practical today. What is sensor? A sensor is a device that detects the change in the environment and responds by sending an output to another electronic system. For example, a temperature sensor detects heat, a motion sensor detects movement, and a light sensor detects brightness. In this project, the fire sensor detects presence of flame. So we will use this fire sensor in this project. Do humans have sensors? Yes, humans also have natural sensors in their bodies. Example, eyes detects light, skin senses touch and temperature, ears detect sound, tongue detects taste, nose detects smell. So just like us, electronic circuits also need sensors to understand their surroundings. Robotics and electronics use many different sensors. Some examples: fire sensor detects flame, temperature sensor measures heat, light sensor detects brightness, PIR motion sensor detects movement, IR proximity sensor detects objects nearby, ultrasonic sensor measures distance, and gas sensor detects gases. Today we will mainly focus on the fire sensor. What is a load? In circuits, a load is a device that uses electrical power to do some work. Example include bulb, it lights up, buzzer makes sound, pump moves water, speaker produce sound, LED it also lights up, and fan it spins. In our fire alarm project, the buzzer is the load. It will make a loud sound to alert us when fire is detected. A controller is a small computer chip that connects sensor and loads. It receives input signal from the sensors and send commands to load. Some examples are Arduino Uno ESP32 Easier Pro development board. In today's project, we will use Easier Pro development board. It is non-programmable, easy to use, and great for quick experiments. The fire sensor detects the presence of flame. It uses IR light, that means infrared light, to sense fire. When it sees a flame, it triggers a signal which is sent to the microcontroller. The controller then activates the load, that means buzzer, to produce sound. This board is non-programmable but very effective for sensor simulation and mini projects. It receives digital signal on off from sensors. It operates at 5 volt. It can directly connect sensors and loads easily. That's why it's perfect for today's fire alarm project. Here's the mechanism of fire alarm detector. The fire sensor detects a flame. It sends an IR signal to the Easier Pro board. The Easier Pro receives this input and the board activates the buzzer. The buzzer produces sound to alert us on fire. Here is the pin configuration of sensor and Easier Pro. So sensor's VCC pin goes to 5 volt or VCC. Ground pin connects to ground and sensor's output pin connects one of the input pins. This is fire sensor. This is Easier Pro development board and I use buzzer as a loads. Let's connect the circuit. You can see the sensor has 3 pins: VCC, ground and output pin, and also Easier Pro development board has 3 pins: VCC, ground and signal pin. So fire sensor pin and board will connect VCC to VCC, ground to ground and output to signal pin. Now I will connect the load. So this is total circuit connection. Now I will supply 5 volt power to the board from USB adapter. Sensor and Easier Pro board got the power properly. Let's see how it works. You can see there's no flame around the fire sensor, so sensor can't detect any flame and there's no IR light is emitting from the sensor. When I will set the fire in front of the sensor, it will work. I am using match lighter to prove the sensor's ability. When I light up the flame, it detects and sends signal to the board and the buzzer makes sound to alert us. So IR ray is emitting from the sensor. So when the flame is gone, the whole process will stop. Fire alarm detectors are used in many real-life applications such as heat detectors in high heat risk areas, fire detection system in homes and office, vehicle engine safety to prevent accidents, firefighting robots that can detect and extinguish flames, kitchen monitoring and alarms to avoid gas stove fires. So this small project is connected to very important real world uses. So very important notes: do not connect high powered loads directly. This maximum is 5 ampere 5 volt. Always connect positive to positive and negative to negative properly. If you connect them wrong, the circuit on the board may get damaged. Thank you so much for listening and building along with me. Today we learned how to use fire sensor with a controller and a buzzer to make a fire alarm detector. This project not only teaches us electronics but also shows us how technology can help to keep us safe. So see you in the next session of Fun with Robotics. Stay curious and keep building.